Hello, everybody. I have a few minutes until the few guests I have coming over for Thanksgiving show up. So I thought I should just go ahead and say a thing or two. I was going to do this live, but I don't think I can trust myself to do anything live today. It's Thanksgiving Day edition 2023. And of course, I'm here to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving because it is a day when we take the time to reflect and be grateful for the things that we are thankful to God for. As one gets older, it's very clear that what one is more thankful for are the things that money cannot buy. So, yes, I'm thankful for the house I live in, but I'm more thankful for the home that it is. I'm thankful for the fact that I have a car to take me to work and bring me back, but I'm more thankful for the fact that I actually have a job that can help me not just supply my own needs, but be able to be compassionate and look around and help somebody else that may be less fortunate. This is Thanksgiving. It's the beginning of the Christmas season, the festive season as we call it. But we all know, if we think long enough, that this festive season, all of this joy and happiness, can be very tough for people who don't have the same, for people where the circumstances are not quite the best. This particular year, I'm in that specific space because I lost a very dear friend, sister friend, Mrs. Mary TAKUSI-NJOWO. I'm still trying to wrap my brain around it. So my heart goes out to her family, her husband, John, her kids, her siblings, her mother, who already lost a son earlier on this year. He was laid to rest in March, if I'm not mistaken, and then now she passed away last Friday. It has not even been a week. So I can imagine her home today and the homes of all the others for whom this is going to be the first Thanksgiving where there's an empty chair, there's an empty seat. The person that a loved one that had been there last year is not here this year. And even if it's been more than 1 year, it's been several years, it is still painful to have to sit there and miss them. And so we are caught between this whole thing, those of us that are believers, Christians. There's the scripture I just posted today along with my little Thanksgiving message. It says, rejoice always, and in every circumstance give thanks. It's easy to cite it, it's easy to quote it, it's not easy to live it, because these are circumstances that are not the best, that don't lend themselves to naturally wanting to give thanks. In this case, you have to be intentional, pretty much force yourself to be thankful. And I've been trying to do just that in the days that have succeeded or that have come after her passing. And I'm trying to now be thankful for the life she lived. To be thankful for the fact that her going means I miss her, that her family misses her. Because believe it or not, there are some people who live their lives in such a way that when they pass on, it really is a matter of people say, good riddance, may die go, we don't tire ye. You know, people who have been like criminals, people who have been abusive, they go, and the people that they have wronged are not the least bit mournful to see them go at all. So I'm trying to get to the place where I can even be thankful for the fact that I'm able to miss her because of the wonderful, amazing sister friend that she just was. Compassionate, loving, caring, and not just to me, to a ton of other people. When she was sick, it really showed. That fact came on out because I cannot count the number of prayer groups that were praying. Her CWA group, her Lafaba group, her Secrets of Houston group, of course, us, her Star Sisters, we prayed and prayed. Lord knows we fasted, we prayed. Novenas, I'm not even Catholic, but I did that 9-day novena thing. I mean, I had never heard of a saint called Saint Peregrine, but there I was. In fact, it got to a point where I was wondering, do I just go and order a rosary from Amazon and use that too, even if I'm not into the whole Catholic thing. We prayed, we prayed, we prayed. And I guess the way I look at it is we have to remember the scripture that says God's ways are just not our ways. Because we said, okay, we remember the story in the Bible about Dorcas, who was so nice, Dorcas Tabitha, who was so nice to her community that when she passed on, the people cried, the ladies cried and talked about all the good that she had done, and God was merciful and brought her back to life. So we were thinking, okay, in this case, look at Marie, such a sweet, warm, community-oriented, philanthropic soul. I mean, so lively, so bubbly. She took everything she attached herself and her mind to so seriously and did it with dedication. As I said in one of the posts I posted maybe a couple of days after her death, if above and beyond were a person, were a human being, it would be Marie TAKUSI-NJOWO. I'm sitting here and I can hardly believe that she is, that voice is gone from us. She loved to sing, soprano. That laugh is gone for us. That dance, we're not going to see her execute those steps anymore. But I'm trying to get myself to understand that if I believe what I believe, then where she's gone is far better than here. Nothing here, not our Turkey, not our anything that we have here, compares even faintly to the joy, to the peace, and above all, the no pain, the no sorrow, the no tears that she would be experiencing. Asleep in Jesus, as they say. And much as we would like to think differently, I am pretty sure that if she was given the opportunity, if Jesus went up to her and said, should I send you back here to earth? Look at how your family is mourning you and they're missing you. Should I send you back to earth? I don't think she'd be saying, yes, send me back. Once she's experienced, it's just hard for us to understand because we haven't been there, we haven't seen that. It's hard for us to understand that anything out there can be better than what we experience here. We would have wanted her to stay on longer. She worked so hard. She got her nursing certifications. Would have wanted her to sit down, enjoy that emptiness with her husband and see her children continue to progress, grandchildren and all the whole 9 yards. But it wasn't to be. And all we can say is resign ourselves and say, God is sovereign. His ways are not our ways. He must know why. That's why the song says, we'll talk it over in the by and by. Because right now, we don't get it. We don't pretend to get it. At least I don't pretend to get it. Because we bargained and we said, hey, if you heal her now, that's going to be a testimony. She's going to be able to talk to people about what a miracle was performed. And then there'll be glory given to his name. But that is not how things turned out. So we are all now here trying to brace ourselves and get ready to go on out there to go give her a befitting send-off. And so this is one family. There are many others like that. For some, it's not the actual loss of a person, meaning that they've passed away. It's the loss of a marriage. You've been together for I don't know how many years, and now that marriage has come to an end, sometimes a bitter end. So this is not a joyful time for you. I know cases like that. For others, it is the loss of a job. They're wondering all of these things. We're talking about waiting to get guests to come and share a bite. For them, there's no bite to be shared. We are having to put together, they're having to go for the first time to a shelter, to a food kitchen, soup kitchen, to get what they need. Their eviction from their homes is staring them in the face. It's not an easy time for some. Others have emotional issues, mental issues. And so even as we give thanks today, let us remember those for whom things are not going as well. And then let us, before we think of grumbling about things that are not going well in our lives, think about what is going well. You have a roof over your head. You have people to spend today with. You have something, you have a bite, you have a job. You're breathing and you're walking, because there are people in the ICU right this minute who don't have that privilege. So in a minute, when I go sit down here with my family, the part of the family that is here, we are going to make sure that we hold hands and say what it is that we are thankful to God for life itself, for friendship, for family, for all the other little things. And we are going to remember those for whom this day is not a pleasant day. and then the festive season coming along, they don't look forward to it at all because they are going through stuff. So this was not even meant to go up to 10 minutes. I do not know what it is I've been sitting here blabbing about. That's the risk you take when you come and just sit down and just talk. So I wanted to just come and say, I'm thankful for all of you. I run the Seek Upright blog, the Egbe Connect thing, the whatever it is, raising funds for this, raising awareness for things. All of that will be in vain if you did not listen, if you did not take the time to listen. If when we made a plea or a campaign, we did not take the time to donate. The last time I checked the GoFundMe thing we're doing for Mrs. Felicia Foynbine and her hearing impaired kids, it had gone past the $1,000 mark. Thank you. Because I look at those names of donors, most of them are names, like 3/4 are names of people that I know that I sent this thing to. And they, in spite of all of what they have as obligations to do, they have donated. If you haven't, please consider doing that so that spread the cheer, spread the joy, make it also a happy time for others. So I thank you, faithful viewers, listeners, readers of all the stuff that I put out there. None of it would make any sense if you don't read, view, share, which is what you do so well, and I thank you. And for the guests who come and are willing to share their stories, I thank them even more. Because most of the time people do not want to share their stories. People are private people. Most of the people that I have called are not extroverts at all. They are making themselves do this because they believe that what they say, what they do can make a difference. That somebody will listen to their story and be encouraged. That somebody will listen to them raise the alarm about what may be going on with you that is wrong and help somebody take action and improve on their health before it gets too late. So I thank them, those guests that come. Some have been more than one time. I thank them. I'm very grateful for them. I'm so grateful for my family. My son and my daughter specifically. This year, I went from not ever having any surgery in my entire life to having 2 surgeries this year. And boy, did I watch them. I just was overwhelmed. There was no way I could not fight back and want to get well when I saw how much care that they took. So I thank the husband, I thank the children for being there for me at a time when I needed them the most. And it was not even some major, real big thing, big deal. Others have gone through so much worse. But the fact that I had this people, I was there at the hospital, and after I was discharged, I saw people there who they had to call an Uber kind of service to take them home. Nobody was there with them. They went through the surgery. No one was there with them. So people are going through stuff. Not only are they going through the stuff, there's even nobody else there to hold their hand and say, and tell them it's going to be okay. So I thought about that and I said to myself, oh Lord, I cannot be more blessed. So I am grateful. I am thankful. I do not know what else to say. My heart goes out to anybody for whom today is a difficult day. I would say, take heart, hang in there, keep your faith, even though it's hard to not have your faith shaken at a time like this when things don't go right. But it says that's the test of our faith. If we are only believing and trusting when things go well, that is not really a test of one's faith. It's when the things don't go right, yet you hang on to that faith, that is real faith. So I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. I pray that there will be better and brighter days ahead for all of us. And if for anything you're in a situation that is not the best, I can only pray that things will change, and I can only beg you to continue to hope for better days. Just keep that hope alive, because if we lose even that, then what's the point? So thank you very much for taking the time to listen to this little thing. I just wanted to say happy Thanksgiving, tell you that you are loved, you are respected, and you are appreciated. All right. Mwah. Happy Thanksgiving.